Los Santos, the city of dreams built by crime. The criminal underworld thrives in the open for all to see, and honor among thieves is a lost art. Petty gangs and thugs fight for scraps and tear each other apart. But we are different. We're a family. The five-star crew holds a bond that can't be broken by a deal gone bad. We share a vision of being on top and doing it our own way. That vision became a reality when I got a phone call from an unlikely source. A man who only went by the name of Agent 14 approached me with a cloak and dagger proposition. The IAA wanted to drain the swamp of its own making and get the guns, drugs, and money that it had let slip past off the street. And who else could do it better than the only criminal organization with principled interests aligned with US foreign policy? The plan was simple. Rip off some drug dealers, rob some crooked bankers, snatch a few cars, even let the ladies do some shopping. By doing Uncle Sam's dirty work, we would be rewarded handsomely. It made sense for the government to use expendables like us to rid Los Santos of the trash capitalism had left behind. It was the American way. The first step was to take care of the low-hanging fruit. Street-level dealers and peddlers that had no desire to manufacture quality product. If they weren't slinging stepped-on rock or diluted powder, it was stolen imported goods, shady crystal, or fugazi designer merchandise. They were truly upstanding citizens. Taking on the financial sector was next. You would think it would be the riskiest part of our operation, but it was fairly straightforward. Some bankers were holding bearer bonds from a state actor who was unfriendly with the US. The government wanted them back. We just had to walk in, ask for the paper, and get away without hurting anyone. It was child's play.
All units, possible bank robbery, downtown, officers needed.
Car theft seems outside of the scope of international intelligence, but not when the thief in question is Simeon Yetarian. Yetarian had been involved in a trans-global car theft ring for over a decade, but no one up top bothered to check in on him. Is it actually wrong to take from the creditors and the debtors of the world? Should the drug dealers and murderers get a free pass when the powers that be don't have the balls to take action? Are corporations even people? Maybe you struggle with those questions, but I don't think any of us lost sleep. Our aim wasn't to hurt the innocent, but to punish those that thought that they were untouchable.
How dumb are you? You moron!
I would be lying if I told you that we didn't take for ourselves, but I want to be clear. Our crew isn't a bunch of users, junkies, or thrill-seeking thugs. We simply took advantage of an opportunity given to us. Agent 14 had given us a list, and on that list was a high-end retail store whose owner had wronged the wrong government official. So we let the ladies take care of that. When you have a metric ton of counterfeit cash, you'd be surprised how many suckers are willing to trade high-end sports cars for it. You best believe the 5-star garage soon rivaled that of any trophy-winning Grand Prix racing team. Some may think that us working so closely with Big Brother damaged our legitimacy as a top crew, but those that say that don't know the game. We and the feds are just two sides of the same coin, pawns in a greater game trying to make it to the end of the board. Of course, our spoils didn't come without consequence. That was to be expected. All we knew is that someone wanted us dead, but that wasn't new. If we could survive the night and make it to the next morning, we would meet Agent 14 to hand off the contraband that the government had an interest in. The terms of our agreement would be met, and our family would be set for life. Naturally, that wasn't as easy as it seemed. Fucking Merryweather, a group of corporate mercenaries, had to make it more difficult. We had no idea who sent the mercenaries, but it didn't really matter. Merriweather worked for anyone with a big enough bank account. It was an occupational hazard. Thankfully, we all got by without a scratch, even though it was a titan of a job. We just needed to clean their mess up and be on our way to the drop point. Eyes could be anywhere, so we moved up our timetable. Payday was just around the corner. It's difficult to care about gangsters and mercenaries who are only in it for the blood money. The hypocrisy of calling a man a mercenary isn't lost on me considering my circumstances. But I'll reiterate why we took this job. It was for family, for honor, and a higher belief. The belief that some scum needs to be eliminated by any means necessary, and if you can get to the top on the way, so be it. You can judge us if you'd like, we're used to it. But before you say we sold out or flipped the wrong way, ask yourself the question, what would you do for your family?